Hello, viewers. Welcome to Life Balance again with Dr. Chinwe Ike. And today with me on the call is Nena Gochukwu. We'll be talking about 2023 and 2024. Nena, what are you saying about 2023?
First of all, thank you for having me on this call. It's always a pleasure to be on Life Balance. I'd like to mention that we are the ones who are time bound.
Okay.
God isn't time bound.
Mm-hmm.
Time bound in the sense that we are the ones who have to set goals and set a time when you want to achieve these goals. And so that's why we have 2023 and then we have 2024. The point I'm trying to make is that sometimes if you did not achieve all that you set out to do at a particular time, don't be too hard on yourself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you can carry it over and then continue, because day and night and day are the same to God. So let's just take it easy. Let's not be too hard on ourselves. If we drop the ball somewhere in 2023 or we missed it somewhere in 2023, there's always another chance. There's always another opportunity. So don't be too hard on yourself.
Oh, okay. But you know, we're used to this New Year resolution. So every year comes, people are like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. You start setting your time again, okay? Yes, we're not going to be hard on ourselves, but at the same time, that's not to say that, you know, we should disregard all of those checks and balances. Because,
of course, we can't disregard the fact that we need to be accountable of our time.
Exactly.
You know, we need to be accountable of our time, and that brings me to New Year resolutions. You know, we used to always do
all the time
when we're young, especially when we're young, until my eyes open to see that it's not really about
the
New Year resolution or saying what you want to do, because most times, really, we say those New Year resolutions. In fact, when you even go to church, they'll tell you what this year is going to be and all of that, and then you come out in the first week. Yes, your New Year resolution is made probably to stop overeating, or it's probably to do your daily Bible study. By the end of the first week,
yeah, come back to square one.
As a matter of fact, by the end of the first day of your starting not to overeat, you're already overeating.
In fact,
so first of all, before you set you set your New Year resolution, make sure that you are disciplined and that you are committed to doing what you have said you would do. Setting the New Year resolution or setting whatever is not the problem. It's following through that we should actually train ourselves to do.
I think for me, the important thing there is to, you know, like you said, be disciplined. Okay. It's no longer about the year, it's about daily things, you know.
A lifestyle.
Yes,
a lifestyle.
Not because
it's not about
this year,
not because it is 2024.
Because it is today you need just need to do that thing you need to do
of
today.
Course.
Tomorrow you have to do what you need to do, you know. Because I also realized that. So like seriously speaking, this year I'm not sure I came out with a clear new resolution, but I just said to myself that I need to do these things, you know. I need to get this done today. Tomorrow I'm gonna do this. Next tomorrow, you know, just like that. So it wasn't like it was clear about
anything.
But for me, it also helps.
Yeah, it does. It does, and that's where discipline. You have to be disciplined. For me, last year, for instance, at the beginning of last year, it started off as there were a lot of downs. We came into 2023 not feeling too, or rather, I came into 2023 not being sure of certain things. Some things had happened, and I was so unsure of myself. I didn't know what next to do or that kind of thing. And then I remember that we started off with the workship that we had with Ugochukwu.
Yeah, we had a
and
workshop
and then I
all fired up.
I recall that he pumped us up, he fired us up. One of the things that I got from that one of it that really literally stayed with me through the year is about knowledge. He said knowledge was for real, studying was for reals, and he laid emphasis on knowledge being wealth. That how much you know determines how much you would have, or how much you determines your wealth. You know, so I was fired up, and I committed to studying. I said I was going to really study. I was going to explore new things. I was going to learn skills. I was going to just, that's
so
how.
Did you do that? Did you study? Did you learn so much?
That's why I'm saying that about all this New Year resolutions and all that. So I started off trying to do one or two things. I even tried to sign up for mentorship and all that. But somewhere still at the beginning of the year, before the first quarter of the year ran out, life issues began to happen, and then my flesh
not just
took over. I had, in fact, I think I was for a lot of months last year, maybe a period of maybe like 6 months, I was on a low.
It's
I was
not
on a
about you.
low.
It's not about the resolution. The economy wasn't friendly last year.
I,
We came with there was we had the election saga thing. We
mine
had
wasn't even
fuel. We have
it wasn't even
mm.
the economy.
But
It was,
you may not know. It has a way of playing
well, maybe
on your
you might be right,
yes,
but then
because there was no fuels. There was no fuel at the point. There was no
yeah,
money, so things were just like not going the way we expected it. All of those things added up.
well,
It added up to
probably. So I had a
distorting
low,
our
yeah. So it distorted my. In fact, I'm sure that it was until this I think was sometime toward the end of the year that I opened the books. And you know what, I would like to mention at this point that write things down. It's always good to write things down. You know, I opened the book and I saw where I wrote down some things, and I'm like, wow, so I actually had this to do last year. How many have I actually done? You know, and so that made me to now realize that I need to do all I can to you know to achieve my goals that I set out for, and I need to be consistent. So it's no longer about how I feel. You know, it's what I need to do that matters.
Exactly.
How I feel should not interfere with what I need to do. So whether I'm on a low, whether I'm on a high, do what you have to do.
Yeah. So
If for instance I am employed and I have to be at work at 9 o'clock, whether I'm feeling good, whether I'm not feeling good, I must be at work at 9 o'clock.
yeah.
When if I have to serve customers, whether I'm feeling good, whether I'm not feeling good, I should put a smile on my face.
Well, some people don't know that.
So we need to take this into our own personal space and say to myself, flesh, whether you are high, whether you are low, whether you are excited, whether you are whatever it is that is happening to you, flesh.
Flesh die.
I need to do this.
Oh, flesh should die.
Exactly.
And so let the work be done.
Yeah. So consistent, because you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent, and you need to be intentional about anything you want to do.
Yes, the word intentional is the thing. You have to really be intentional. Yes. I think that's what I'm gonna be doing next year. Each time I keep saying it, but I think it's more like for me, no longer the New Year resolution thing. It's a thing that's a daily thing. Just be intentional. Yes, I think for me, it's a daily thing. It's a daily basis.
If you decide that this is going to be my lifestyle, not about a year.
Yeah.
Because 2024, in the next 12 months, 2024 is gone.
It's gone.
So you have to commit to make it a lifestyle, like a daily living, a daily routine. Because whatever you do consistently will determine your outcome.
Yes, and it's also so when you do that, also you also try to review, what you have done so far. Maybe it can be weekly basis, quarterly basis, monthly basis. Not like for me, I think the year thing is okay, but it's more you get it right if you take it like on daily, weekly thing.
Yeah.
So you can really achieve that you want to achieve.
You have to like self-appraisal. And that's why it is good to write things down. Like for instance, in the course of that last year, in the course of the year, at every point I had some prayer points, and somehow I wrote down those prayer points. I wrote them down. I actually wrote the prayers, and I forgot about them.
Okay.
So much so that even when the prayers have been answered, I did not even realize that the prayers had been answered.
Oh, okay.
And so when I went back to my prayer book, and I was amazed. Wow. So it's good to write things down. Write it down, even if it is in your phone. Or I recently I realized that just paper and pen. There's something about paper and pen.
It's magic.
There's something about paper and pen. Just write stuff down, so because you can bring to your remembrance. When you bring things to remembrance, then you will know how far you have gone.
And I know those ideas that just come, they flash sometimes. Exactly. So you need to write it down. Exactly. If you don't write it down, you would forget it.
Yes. Sometimes you can write it down and may not even think of it for some time. But as long as you keep going to that book to review yourself and all that, there's always that reminder there for you.
And for me, really, I think writing is at a point in time, really. No matter how sharp your brain is, you need to write things down. Initially, before we just think, "Oh, I'll remember."
Yeah.
And age is happening to you,
and truly we would remember.
Yes, we could remember.
For real, we could remember.
Of course, if not, you will not be passing all those exams that you cram and do all of those things, some of those things. But now you need to write those things down. Otherwise, you'll be shocked. I was asking myself, is this called dementia or what?
Midlife, they call it midlife crisis, but
midlife crisis, whatever it is. But I realized that really you need to write it down. Whether it's midlife crisis or too many things in our brain, too many
whatever it is, whatever it is,
yes,
just
you need
write
to write
stuff
things
down.
down. So this 2024, really, like we're talking about it, we need to write things down. Okay. So let's talk about the things that we didn't get right. We talked about that. Now going forward, but I want to point out something. For me, last year, it was, I don't want to say it didn't go the way I expected. That's the truth. Okay. Financially, I was down. It was one of those years that you just see debit, 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 debit in your account. There was no income. It was just like, so at the point I'm like, wow, at this rate, if we don't do something, something will do you.
Seriously, because there's nothing
So,
that if all you're doing is spending,
spending.
money doesn't grow on its own. If all you're doing is spending, if you're not doing something to grow that money, you amazed at how $1 billion will drop to zero.
Seriously.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened to me last year. I'm like, wow. So this 2024, what is the way forward? Tell me, I need ideas. What should I do? Because now I'm struggling to get ideas.
I'm as lost as you are. I've actually been battling myself with what can I do or what should I be doing
in addition
to what I'm doing, just to make for one extra income, and then one as an activity, as something to occupy my time. Because really, if you realize that you have too much time on your hands, you're most likely to use that time for the wrong things, or just kill time.
Just kill time.
Or you just be killing time.
But this year we're not going to kill time.
No, I'm not. I don't even have the time to kill.
There's no time to kill.
I'm
so
not,
honestly, while you're wondering, I have an idea. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about this crypto thing. So get knowledge is very important.
Exactly. I'm coming to that. Knowledge. So what I want to do is just to acquire
knowledge.
Knowledge. What I did not do last year, I committed to acquiring plenty knowledge and skills. I wouldn't say I didn't do anything about it, but I didn't do much because I allowed myself to slip into laziness, procrastination, paid attention to the distractions and all that. So this year, I think I'm in a better place because I think I have managed to go through all those emotions, roller coaster emotions. All over the place.
I had mine too. I had mine. So I had a lot of.
I think that I at the moment I'm in a better place. So I will be. I should be able to do more. So I'm going to acquire knowledge. I talked about that crypto. I said even for whatever is worth. This is just know it.
Just know it. Yes.
Yeah, just acquire. Just know that knowledge. Just have that knowledge. For whatever is worth. If it's something that would really pique my interest, then fine, I'll go ahead with it. But then I will not limit myself. I'm just going to be open to ideas, open to anything, network, just anything at all.
For me, what has helped me last year was quite challenging for me, I must say. Yeah. I did a business that didn't go too well. So it came as a shocker to me and all of that. But in that situation, okay, I learned so much. I learned about business ethics, what to do, and when you have challenges, how to face challenges, yes. Okay, how not to be blamed on people, because it was like, oh, well, I think it should have this person caused this problem. This was the cause. I was like, I think this is not a time to put blame on anybody. So instead, be accountable. And right now, okay, things are not going the way you want it to go. What is the way forward? What do I do? So it gave me. I took time to like, okay, complaining was not the solution. What should I do in this case? So that brought another kind of person in me. I was like, wow. So now I know how to handle things better. Know when to be calm, when not to talk. Silence is golden sometimes. Sometimes you need that silence to, to help your brain to relax.
And really don't have to respond to everything.
You don't have to respond to everything.
Because if you find yourself responding to everything and everyone, you're gonna wear yourself out. First of all, a lot of people are not on the same page with you.
Yeah.
They are not they don't understand the way that you understand. So your expectation of them, you think that they know. Meanwhile, they don't know. So you're treating them on your level, and all they're doing is they're still on their level, and then they're trying to drag you down, and they are good at verbal exchange of words. So you want to go and match them with verbal exchange, they will floor you. So you don't have to react to everything. Some things are just, what is jump and pass? One is jump and pass. One is waka pass.
Okay, one is what? Jump
Jump
and
and
pass.
pass.
Okay.
Another one is waka pass.
Mm.
Another one is just if you can laugh, you just laugh, and then just but you don't always have to respond. So I one of my goals. Should I call it a goal, or one of the things I'm committed to being this year is to be even tempered.
To be even tempered.
To be even tempered.
Okay,
so no one is upsetting me.
Okay.
No one is getting me irate and all of that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, to be even tempered. I think that's a good one for 2024. So this 2024 we're going in to be even tempered. That's also good for me. I'm just gonna be looking at something, not everything, like you said. Do you have to react to? React to only things that are necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. And things that will help other people.
Yeah.
Okay. If the situation is not it's not such that it's adding value to anybody, there's really no need. But if it's going to add value, then you can talk about it.
Exactly.
That's what I have also learned.
Exactly.
So 2024 is going to be beautiful for us. Nina, tell us what is for the women out there, who are looking for how to balance their life. Okay. But we'll take that question after the break. Okay, people, so welcome back to Life Balance, and Nina is right here with me discussing 2024. Okay, we've looked at 2023, 2024 now. So we're talking about what we can do to remain healthy. What you should do in 2024. You should pay attention to some of these little details that are very important. Your health is very important, so you need to eat right, you need to exercise. Yeah, am I correct? Actually,
yes,
right?
Of course. I mean, because wealth is first.
Wealth.
Sorry, not wealth. Health. Health is so important that health is priceless.
Yes, it's priceless. Yeah. I understand what
you're
saying.
Yes, it's priceless. You can't. I mean, what else can you do if you're not healthy? What will you be? What will you do? I mean, so and then some of the things that we encounter, some of the illnesses, small illnesses that we encounter in middle age and later part of our life is lifestyle. Okay. The lifestyle that we have been, the things that we have been doing.
Yeah.
All this while, you would think it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It matters.
But somewhere along the line, you now begin to feel it, and then when you go to check it out, they'll tell you, they'll tell you what you have been doing that had caused that
it's
thing.
called power of compounding. Those little things. Yeah, it's power of compounding. Yeah,
it's true.
Those little things, they compound and become something.
And they become something and become
serious.
Yeah, something
Either
serious.
You're not doing them, so it has compounded to the extent that you're now so weak, or you're doing them, don't so much of wrong things, and it compounds to
exactly. You're something very right.
Yeah. So
I mean, for younger people, start now. Yeah. To be conscious of your lifestyle, your health lifestyle. What do you eat? What do you do with how active are you? Drinking habits. What habits do you have that you need to kill? Don't develop them now, because everything you start doing, whether good habit or bad habit, whatever you start doing and you do it consistently, that is the result that you will get.
Exactly.
So if you start with alcohol, or you start with smoking, or you start with overeating, and you continue with that, you will see the result at the end, and it will just point back to what you have been doing. Not only
smoking, drinking, that one. Basically, most people know all about that. Gossiping, laziness, all of those things. They also kill you. Of course. So it's anger. Bitterness. Anger has a way. Bitterness has a way of unforgiveness. They have a way of destroying your own health. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For instance, somebody said to me, when he sees somebody, he's so angry at a particular person. Each time she sees this particular person, she's so angry, and the person doesn't even know. You're actually killing yourself, because the person is just going about freely, not knowing.
The truth is, anger, I understand. I understand what that person is saying, and then I don't know if you've ever felt anger that is pain. I mean, you literally feel the pain of that anger. I don't know if that has happened to you. You are so angry that you actually feel the pain of that anger.
Yeah, so the anger is now on yourself,
yes,
not on the person.
Exactly,
so what's
you're
the
feeling
anger about?
Or maybe you see somebody, you're jealous or you're envious of somebody, and then your stomach just turns. Have you ever seen somebody your stomach turns?
That's bad enough.
It's terrible.
I think that shouldn't even be.
It's terrible
because you're killing yourself.
It's terrible. So all those things, and that's why when I say even being even tempered, it includes when you, just be on a just be on a on a smooth sail. Don't be juggling your emotions up and down.
So how does exercise help in this matter this time around? Are you going to continue your exercise? I know you.
For me, I like walking. I'm not. Well, I wouldn't say I'm an exercise freak, but I just know that I like to walk
every day.
I like daily walk.
Every week, I like to walk 3 times or 4 times.
3-4 times in a week. I try to walk.
That's fair enough.
Yes, walk between 5 to 10 kilometers every 3 to 4 times.
I do 17,
and I think that's really that's really what helps me.
I can trek from here to Jamaica.
That's what helps me. I don't know what I would have. Someone mentioned that I'm on the big side. Yes, I'm on the big side. But what I imagine is if I wasn't taking these walks,
oh no,
how I would have been. So I'm on the big side, yes, but I am also not on the big side. I'm on the big side's big side.
Big side what? On the what? What do you call it?
On big side. Anyway, bottom line, take walks. It's the easiest form of exercise, and it's refreshing.
Yeah.
That's when you can meditate. Yeah. That's when you can listen to music. That's when you can listen to pep talks. That's when you can listen to Life Balance with Dr. Chinwe. Just plug in your earphones, and just take 1 hour, 30 minutes in a day, and use that time as for meditation. Yeah. If you have a partner that you work with, like I work with Dr. Chinwe, we commit to work 3 times, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We commit to do that. But on your own, sometimes you don't really need company. You just want to work on your own so that you can clear you can think about yesterday. You can think about today, what's going to happen today. Just that's time for planning. That's your me time, because outside of that time, by the time you get to work, you have distractions. Yes. Activities. So if you can commit to working 3 to 4 times in a week for 30 minutes, 1 hour, 45 minutes, it will help. It will improve your lifestyle.
Yeah, and your health. Okay. So for me, what I like to say for 2024 is don't always confuse two things. Activity and productivity are never the same thing. Okay, the fact that you're active does not mean you're productive. Okay, so you have to be very careful. Be productive, not just active, because somebody can just be from morning to night browsing, checking the internet, just going through things. You're not being productive. That's the time you have used to do something very meaningful. Maybe still online, maybe having a course, a lecture, or something.
Read something. Read something productive.
Exactly.
Read something that will add value.
So you see some people from morning till night, you really think they're busy, but they are not productive. So let's not confuse activity and productivity. The fact that you're active doesn't mean you're productive. So be productive in this 2023. Be intentional about being productive. Nina, over to you.
One last thing. Yeah. Sometimes I hear people say the God factor. When people say the God factor, it actually, I don't know. I think it's just disrespect, the God factor. What does that mean?
No, I think what they're trying to say is that God is God.
That's I was coming to that. Okay. That we should not leave God. I mean, God is the ultimate. God is everything. Yeah. So when you now say God factor, like God is just a factor in your life. God is all. God is everything. So whatever you're doing this year, make sure that you are holding onto God, because God is always there. We are the ones that stray. Yeah. We stray away, but He will always, because His promise is never to leave. So He will always be there. But we're the ones that will crawl out of the altar and go and do that thing. But even if you crawl out, make sure you come back. Please come back. Don't just go and go. So God is not a factor. God is all in all. God is everything. I just needed to put that out.
Okay, and that also reminds me. For me, this year I said to myself that my own, motto this year is that the basic thing is seek here the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and every other thing shall be added unto you. So thank you so much. Remember, seek here the kingdom of God and His righteousness.
Thank you so much.
It's been fantastic having you. 2024 is going to be Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Okay, this is me, Dr. Chini, signing out.
Bye.